Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, but bitch, we got views.
What made you want to do the videos? Like what kind of got that? Because that obviously you stopped doing music for when you said you was 25.
Never even thought about music again.
And then the video stuff, was it just a whim thing? Like you just pulled it like.
Like viral video shit.
Yeah, because you started with that before. I mean.
Yeah. So
before.
yeah, that was okay. So see what I'm saying? Like, oh, you had it rough. You didn't have it rough. I didn't. Maybe I didn't have it rough. There was just some shit that pissed me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. What sparked my first viral video that I ever did, which was called Throat Punch, is I'm sitting in my little duplex that I pay $1,500 a month for, which was a shithole.
Yeah.
But Margie made it.
It was a glittery one.
It was a glittery shit.
Yeah.
And this was natural instinct for me.
Yeah.
I sat down to eat a bowl of cereal. I poured the cereal, went to the fridge, grabbed a gallon of milk, and Taman, little motherfucker, there's no milk in the fucking thing.
But it's still in the fridge.
Yeah. Like always, I did the same thing. Yeah. Whatever. So I throw the fucking gallon of milk into just across the fucking kitchen, walk over to the sink, like instinctually, and just poured the fucking water from the faucet into my cereal. And sat down and started eating my cereal. And then I thought to myself, because that's what I did when we were kids. If you woke up too late or you were the last one to eat breakfast and there was no more milk, you used water. That was it.
Yeah, just like.
Now is that rough? Is that rough? I don't fucking know. There's kids that can't even that have to walk fucking 10 miles just to get clean water. So is that rough? I don't fucking know. Whatever. Yeah. But that's what it was. And as I'm eating my cereal, it's Raisin Bran, so that shit gets soggy quick in milk. In water, that shit gets soggy fast.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there eating my cereal, boom, 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 and I'm thinking, I make $27 an hour, which isn't crazy, right? I make $27 an hour, and I'm still eating cereal with fucking water in it. So something sparked in my head, and I had a little Cricket. I had no credit. I had negative credit. I had a Cricket wireless phone, Droid, shitty fucking quality, whatever. And I hit record and I go, you know what? And I start talking about today's generation versus when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then I said all these little, when I was a kid, I knew where all my friends were by where all the bikes were piled up. You know what I mean? I knew when I was a kid, my mom in the summertime locked the door. We're outside dying, and you turn on the faucet and the water comes out the hose and it burns your mouth until it's cold and you're drinking out of the fucking, probably give you cancer, I don't know. But, I started doing all these things, and at the very end of the video, so I said, so if you got a little kid now who does stupid shit like leaves the milk in the fridge and, talks back to you, take your precious little kid, put your hand on the shoulder and punch him right in the fucking throat. Yeah. And I went to work the next day. I think that was a Sunday, and I went to work the next day, and everyone's like, dude, did you see your video? That's crazy, man. Like, how'd you do that? And I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. I just posted it on Facebook, and I wasn't on, like, social media, like...
Yeah, you just posted it.
Yeah.
Like, probably didn't even title it or anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No, I think I just said, punch your kid or something like that or some shit.
Yeah.
And it had, like, 5 million views in 24 hours. So then I was like, I started trying to duplicate what I just had done. Yeah. And nothing worked. And then I did a video with my son about raising, your kid, your son, and it, boom, viral. And then I did one more with my son after that went crazy viral. It was like when a fuckboy wants to meet your daughter. Yeah. And after that video, I made one viral video a week for 1 year straight on Facebook.
So Facebook's where it started.
Yep.
It wasn't even
not YouTube.
You didn't even.
I didn't even fucking have a YouTube.
Yeah.
I had a YouTube, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. All I knew was I was making these funny videos, and I was still going to work every day. I worked every day. Even the guys at the plant were like, "Oh, I saw that video of Punch Your Kid. I saw this video. I saw the Whoa Vicky video when I went down to see Ryan. I was still working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that everyone loves that video. No, I'm sorry, not the Will Vicky video. The Antifa comrades, that fucking video. You know, I was still working when I went down there. I think I was on at the tail end of not having to work anymore. It's because I started selling shirts. And I started making money where I was like, I get a check in the mail for like 50 grand. And I was like, whoa, hold up.
You sell them like what? You make like a website?
So Grunt Style, which is the worst company ever, their shit's not made in America. They sold the company to all these like corporate people. They don't even give a shit about America. Yeah. They're not, they used to be all about, you know, the military and America and all this. Now they're about money. That's it. Yeah. Like most businesses are now in America. But I started with them. They're like, they saw all my viral videos. They're like, hey, would you like to have your own like shirts and apparel? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, anything you sell, you get 25% of. And I was like, okay. So they put all my shirts on their website. And in that first year, I did $400,000.
Oh my God!
Which means they did 1.6 million.
What was it? Just sayings from the video?
Yeah, I had a shirt that said like Beard Gang, like beard.
Yeah.
And it had like a pistol on the R.
Yeah.
And I had like Titty Tuesday shirts. And
I didn't even know those. Okay.
The originals were those were through Grunt Style. Those were all mine. Yeah, those were mine. You know, it was way more shirts than that. I had crazy shirts that did big numbers, and so one day, now we're not in the duplex. Now we're living in a townhouse. We're living in a townhouse now with bricks. It had bricks on the outside. Yeah. It was nice, you know, tile inside it and stuff. And Taman's now, he's a sophomore in high school. And I go to the mailbox and I get this check from Grunt Style. And it's like 50 grand. I call him. Hey, you guys sent me the wrong check. I think it's, you know, they're like, no, that's for this month. And I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah. Holy fuck. That's what I made last year.
Yeah. And you made that in 1 month.
1 month.
Selling t-shirts.
So I go to work and I go, Tim Campbell, who I still talk to this day. I was a motherfucker at that job. I mean, I was getting in fist fights with truck drivers outside of the plant. Because truck drivers, without them, we don't have shit. But some of these guys are very impatient and shit.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And I'm like, I would butt heads with these guys, and we were fighting. But after that, I always have been fighting because I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't won every fight either.
Yeah.
I'm not tough.
Yeah.
I'm just not scared.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was a motherfucker in there in that plant. You know, the guys love me to this day. They root for me now. They hated that I left and hated on me like, you're never gonna make it. You'll be back. But anyways, to this day, Tim Campbell, the plant manager who gave me a shot to work there and who put his neck on the line when I got into a fist fight with a fucking truck driver in the parking lot, and I thought I was gonna get fired. I kept my job. Thank you, Tim. But what was I saying? What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, so I get this check. I go into work to Tim Campbell, the plant manager, and I'm like, Tim, I don't think I can come into work anymore. He's like, what do you think? What do you mean? What do you think you can't? I said, I just got a check in the mail for 50 grand, and they know the situation, what I was doing. He's like, that's gonna go away, you know, and all the guys in the plant, like, that's gonna go away. I said, listen, if I get another big check, and I did, the next check was like $60,000-$70,000.
So it was even more.
Yeah. And I was like,
2 years, more than 2 years of your salary in 2 months.
You know, and then it went back down. It was like $20,000 a month after that. I had like a huge spurt, and then it would just even out. So that year I made like 430 grand. But I went to Tim and said, hey, listen, I can't work here no more, man. Like, I'm gonna go. I don't know what it is that I'm doing, but I'm gonna go try to build it bigger. And I said, I'll give you however much time you need, and I'll train up the next guy to take my spot.
Which is real.
That's
real shit.
Well, I mean, I worked my whole life.
Yeah.
I worked my whole life, and that's what you don't get. You give a 2 weeks notice.
Yeah.
But I gave him a 2 weeks notice, but I ended up staying for a month to help.
Yeah.
You know, and then I left, and the guys talked a lot of shit about me behind my back when I was gone, and now they're just fucking, dude, fucking keep. You know, it's I still go in there to this day, and you know, I bring either donuts for you know, I go in there about twice a year. either donuts or lunch for the guys, the whole plant. Yeah.